If you want to learn more about the formulas and theories I use when I analyze companies, go check my website whatinvest.com. There is a link in the description of this video. Hey guys, how are you? I hope you're doing fine. And for today's video, I'm going to talk about one company that I believe it's gonna be a winner for the next decade. So let's go. To understand this company, it is very important that you have watched my previous video that I uploaded last week. If you have not watched it yet, I highly recommend you to watch it because you will understand this company much better. You can find a link in the description of this video to watch that video actually. Yes, in the title you can see what company I'm going to talk about. It's ANGI Homeservices, and probably you have no idea what does this company do for a living. And I'm gonna explain it in very, let's say, simple words. Basically, if you need a plumber, you can go on Google and ask plumbers near me, and you will be directed to websites. ANGI Homeservices is the owner of a few of these websites. So basically it's like a directory, like Yellow Pages. Why do I say that this company could be a winner for the next 10 years? Unfortunately, because of the situation we are currently living, there is people that will lose their jobs. These people includes plumbers and handymen. And when everything is fine, I mean, when we recover normality, most of these people will be out of a job, so they will need to generate extra income. And ANGI offers that. If you're a professional, if you're a plumber or a handyman, you can sign up on any of the websites that ANGI owns, and you can start working. You can get clients using these platforms, and of course that's extra income that you will need. Another reason is because, as with the examples I explained in the other video, the more offers available, the better for the customer. In this case, the more plumbers are available, the better for us. And also, right now there is a lot of people that is getting bored at their houses because they have nothing to do, and probably some of them, they are learning about plumbing, about how to build tables or any other stuff, or how to repair, I don't know, kitchens or living rooms or anything you can think of. And probably they will realize that, okay, this is not that bad. I really enjoy this job. So probably I could do a living doing these things. And that's much better for ANGI, because there will be more professionals willing to use ANGI's services. Now, if you wonder what websites does ANGI Homeservices own, well, I have a listing here, and in North America, that includes United States and Canada, they have operations that includes Home Advisor, ANGI's List, Handy, Help Desk, Fixed Repair, and HomeStars. That one, the last one, was in Canada. And in Europe, they have operations in France, in Germany, in United Kingdom, the Netherlands, and Italy. Before the start of this crisis, ANGI was skyrocketing actually. Since fiscal year 2015, earnings quadrupled in 4 years. I mean, net revenues, and mainly it's because of acquisitions that this company continuously makes, because that's the business. They make acquisitions and they increase their market share. It is very important to notice this, that 95% of the net revenues came from operations from North America. So just 5% of those revenues came from Europe. That means that there's a lot of room to expand on in this continent. I know that to say that we are in front of a 100% sure winner, this company should have, let's say, very good earnings. And with ANGI, that's the, let's say, the main problem. Operating earnings and net earnings are irregular, but there's a reason for that. Right now in your screen you will be seeing a table in which it shows the operating income of this company, and you will see that S&M, that corresponds to selling and marketing, is very high. They have to spend more than 50% of the earnings in selling and marketing, and that's very high. What does this mean? Well, as I said at the beginning of this video, when you're looking for a plumber, you go on Google and search, for example, a plumber in, let's say, London, for example, and you're gonna be directed to different websites, because there are a lot of websites in which you can look for these plumbers. The problem for this company, for ANGI, is that they have to pay to Google for this, let's say, advertisement, because actually it's advertising that they are doing. And I don't understand this well enough to explain in deep, but the more you pay, the more customers you will get. And the problem is that Google has like a monopoly in here. So if they decide to increase the prices of advertisement, of course, and you will have to pay more money to get to be on top of the searches. So yes, I understand. I know that the company has a small problem in here and they have to improve operations. They have to become more efficient, because it's no good sign that they are spending more than half of the earnings in just one segment, in just selling and marketing. It's not good, but I'm pretty sure that they're gonna improve this. I trust this company and they will do it. And the moment they will find this, I mean, it could be changing, I don't know, the way they advertise their products or find another way to make business. But the moment they do this, operations will get much better and will increase. There's another very important point I want to highlight, and that is that there's a company called IAC. If you don't know about this company, well, for sure you know Tinder. Well, Tinder belongs to a company called Match Group, and IAC has a controlling interest over Match Group. So you can see that IAC is a very big company. Also, they were the former owners of companies such as Expedia or Ticketmaster. Why I am mentioning this company? Because they have an economic interest over ANGI of 84.1% and voting interest of 98.1%. In simple words, ANGI almost fully belongs to IAC. So IAC wants ANGI to perform very well, of course. IAC is well known in Wall Street because what they do, their strategy is to buy small businesses and let them grow until they become very successful companies, as it was the case with Expedia and Ticketmaster, and now with Match Group. They buy these companies when they are small and then they spin them off when they are big enough to, let's say, to fly by their own. And with ANGI, they were planning to do the same. They wanted to spin off this company, but the problem is that, well, actually I don't know the main problem why they haven't done it yet, but one reason could be because IAC directors, they don't believe that ANGI is ready to fly by its own. Probably they think that they still need some support from IAC. And that's very good, because right now we can see that a lot of companies are struggling. And for example, let's imagine that ANGI was spun off 2 months ago. What would they do now? They could be in a very risky position. But thanks to IAC, I don't believe that this company will let ANGI go out of business, because they have a very high interest over this company. As I've been showing to you, ANGI has everything in its hands to perform very well during the next 10 years, because a lot of people will come to these services. And probably ANGI, what they can do now is that they can keep buying other businesses, of course in the same industry, and they can become a very big holding company from this industry. It's very interesting to consider this company, especially for the reasons I mentioned earlier in this video, because there will be more professionals available to work for these companies. And let's be honest, I don't know how to fix a toilet. So if there is something wrong with my toilet, I will call somebody, and probably I will look on Google and I will search for a professional plumber to fix it. This is a company that offers a service that it's necessary for us, and that's very important, because we can see that this company will keep growing. And as I said, there's a lot of room to expand on in Europe, and I believe ANGI will take this opportunity, and they will start acquiring more businesses in Europe as well. Now, if you're interested in this company, as I always say, please read the annual reports, read the quarterly reports, because probably you will see things that I didn't, and probably for you it's not a good enough investment. So please check ANGI Home Services website. I will put a link in the description of this video so you can go straight to it and read the reports. When I decide to buy a company, I usually check the POR and the PER, but in this case, as I said, earnings per share and operating income per share are so irregular in ANGI that it's no point in using these formulas to calculate if the stock is cheap or not. So what would I say is try to get the stock as cheap as possible. I mean, at the lower price possible. Also, if you want, you can do a ratio between revenues and the price, but as you want, it's your decision. Actually, it's you, the person who has to decide if the stock is cheap or not. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and pay attention to this company because you will remember in a few years and you will see the stock. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.